Welcome back to INL with your host Namuga. We're here with an off the record with an incredibly talented, stylish, marching to the beat of his own drum, Freddy Forbidden. Welcome, Freddy Forbidden.
Hello. Yeah.
How did you find performing?
Always energetic, always enigmatic. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Committed your whole energy, soul.
Yeah, nothing less.
Yeah, exactly. We love that. You know, being an African man, living as an Englishman.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
And we're gonna get more into the conversation in a sec. So, Freddy Forbidden.
Yes.
Who is Freddy Forbidden, and where did your name come from?
An existential crisis, actually.
Okay.
Because I used to be called Fred Jones.
Okay.
Which I got from nowhere. I just thought I'm gonna be a rapper, and then we just looked for a rapper name, and then I was like, Fred Jones. That's so not normal. That's so niche. And then I realized that Fred Jones didn't like represent me at all. So I was like, I need another name. So Freddy Forbidden actually comes from my real name, which we don't need to
just get
into right now. But Forbidden is like my real name means forbidden encounter, and I was like, okay, forbidden. So we got that side, and then the Freddy side, I just see Freddy as freedom. It's like a free name. It's like, I don't know if you've ever met a Freddy. They're not the most. They're free character. So I was like, you know what? Freddy Forbidden is freedom and forbidden.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
I wouldn't put those two things together, but I think it works for the music that you're making.
Yeah, I'd think so too.
Where did you grow up? What area?
I grew up in Plaistow, Newham.
Okay, nice.
Newham. Just Newham in general, because anyone that comes from like social housing, you know that you could be moving from spot to spot. So yeah, I would say Newham.
Newham.
Yeah.
So hard East London.
Very East London.
Very East. And how would you say growing up in Newham influenced your music or influenced you to become who you are today?
I feel like Newham embraces individuality. Like if you think about all the other characters that come from Newham, like Getz, Kano, J Huss, even Idris Elba, and like all of these characters are like very, very nuanced, and they're in their own type of world, and like Newham kind of like it really pushes that. So what it gave me is a lot of individuality. Yeah, I would say that.
I say that's interesting because I wouldn't say growing up in East or like growing up in social housing or estates, especially being young and black, I'd say like we desire to be a part of a collective.
Yeah.
So hearing that perspective, because you grew up in Newham, I grew up in Islington. So for me, it's like everyone wanted to belong.
Yeah.
Be a part. Whereas in Newham, it sounds like everyone was allowed to be themselves.
No, not really. Not really. Not that far. Your area of comfort, which is as a gangbanger or sports guy or the fly guys or the artist, you got to find the category that you're in. And then once you're in your category, you have to differentiate yourself in those characters, in those archetypes. So yes, it pushed individuality. You're individual in around the same people.
Okay.
Yeah, so, which is a weird one. That even reflecting on that is quite confusing, but that's how it is in Newham.
Like everyone has a nucleus that kind of holds them together. So if it's music, you all connect through that, but are individuals.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
That makes sense. Has that contributed to how you make music?
100%, because like when I was growing up, J Huss was something to pop off. And if you know anything about J Huss, very eccentric character, very off key in terms of like his style, the rap, the words he uses, and like his flows and everything. So I seeing that, I was like, do you know what? I can be weird. I can. I tried to be normal, but it just didn't work. So the weirdness kind of like allowed me to be in my own pocket and kind of shaped the way I even look at music. It just meant like, oh, I don't really have to do this type of music. I could do this type of music, and I can get away with it because sometimes people look for nuance. Yeah.
Other than J Hus, is there anyone specific that has influenced your sound and style?
I definitely have a lot of influences. Let's start from the beginning. I'll say Outkast. My uncle put me onto Outkast, and from Outkast and Kanye West, and from there I was like, whoa, you don't have to be this hard gangsters to like pop off. Because even in Newham, that was kind of like one of the issues, is the fact that you couldn't do music unless you had some sort of gang affiliation, because if you didn't, you'd be a weirdo. And to see guys like Outkast and Kanye, that kind of like opened up me to be like, okay, cool, you can be like the alternative guy. And then because I'm the alternative guy, I'm just already listening to alternative music like David Bowie. Yeah, and I love Earth, Wind and Fire. Yeah, all my heart. Yeah, that's my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
I'm never locked into one type of artist. Like right now, the person I was listening to all last year is two people. It was Turnstile and Turnstile, a band called Turnstile, amazing, and a guy called Paul Simon from like the 80s,
Nice.
70s, 80s. Yeah.
That's so funny. I recently just got put onto Turnstile. And Mystery Mystery and Blackout are my favorite run songs.
Oh my God.
So it's so funny that you mentioned that, because I was showing my brother that song literally yesterday.
No way. Turnstile are like everything.
Yeah.
When I got put onto them, like I think it was like last year or the year before, I was just like, how did I not know of these guys? And I don't know what it is about this energy, but it's like, it's spiritual. Like it's especially like Mystery. It's like, like what do they put in that music? Like,
for me, it's like
special.
The arrangement of it, and it's just how unconventional the like growth of the song is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's going somewhere, and then they'll completely strip it. You're like,
strip it out.
Oh, okay, cool.
And
we're
then
here.
it'll be in the fairies, and you're like, this is so hardcore, but this is so like ethereal and spiritual, like, and so soulful. And you're like, how you lot blending all of those elements together, and it's still hard, still incredible. Yeah.
Nice.
I love Turnstile.
How did you cultivate your taste? So we've touched on Turnstile, we've touched on David Bowie. How would you say all of those influences have made your sound your own?
I'm so free and open in my discovery of music that has allowed me to be like, to put it all together and be like, okay, I like this element here, I like this element here, I like this element here. And then it kind of like becomes me. It becomes me because it's just small elements, small things I pick up. Yeah.
And you wouldn't say you felt restricted you wouldn't say you felt restricted in the genre that you're cultivating, because you're cultivating that through all of your influences. But I asked that question because I tend to find that as young Black artists in the UK, we tend to be pigeonholed into specific genres.
Yeah.
And so I just wonder how you navigate that and have kind of ignored the noise of that.
Oh, I'm annoyed by that every day. I forgot to mention that part, but it's because I've come to a place in myself where I don't care. And that's what's given me most of the power. But like, life is so divine, and you think I'm going to be stuck in one genre of music. You think I understand business is business thing, but music doesn't start as business. Music doesn't come from business. Music is something that is God-given, and it's so powerful. Obviously, commerce comes with anything that needs to be sold. So I understand that we're living in capitalism. So also, so I do understand that. But when I was met with like, we don't understand what you're doing. Oh, you're black. Oh, okay, now you're black and you do rock. I'm like, you don't know anything. You don't know anything. But it's not your fault because that's just programming. That's that's something I heavily feel, because I'm like, we need to, especially as black people, we need to reprogram, because we're in consumerism, in capitalism, we're in the Western, especially when we're in the Western world, we naturally, even if we don't think something, things just look a certain way, and we have to just, we've just been told to accept that it's like that. So like rock music, we just accept, oh, that's for the white people. Oh, hip hop, that's for the black people. Well, I mean, it is, but like I just feel so strongly that like we just need to educate ourselves of the roots of things, and then once we educate ourselves and know where things come from, we'll have more understanding and more power in these places. So like even right now, I know there's a lot of black people that are making rock, and there has been a lot of black people making rock from the beginning of rock, because we started rock. But like, especially now, there's like a resurgence of like black rockers, especially black British rockers and American. Shout out to Tizo Touchdown and Eve's Tumor. But like, it's the fact that we still have to say black rockers or black people in punk or black indie. It's like, no. If you understand the origins of rock, you would understand that it was gonna get here anyway, because we have Little Richard, we have Chuck Berry, we have we have all these influences from the start that, see, even my chains are riled up. We have all these influences from the start that know where the origins of things come from, and that has just made me be like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore ignorance. I'm just gonna ignore ignorance, because I can't live my life, because I can't live my life thinking that everybody's gonna understand, and that's how I navigate being a black alternative rocker, or just more. But yeah, that's how I navigate it, man.
Yeah. And I think existing as you are then also gives other artists, especially young black artists, the license to then delve into that genre without feeling like they don't belong.
Yeah, 100%. And that's exactly what I want to do right now. I want to be able to be a person that was very, very, very true to the sounds that come out of me, because everyone's got a sound. Everyone, even if you're not musical, everyone's got their own artistic imprint. Every single human on this earth, and I have to be true to mine. And I want others that are younger than me to be true to theirs, because I grew up not being absolutely true to mine. Yeah,
I hear that. I resonate with that. So with this next project that you're about to release, what would you say you'd like your audience or the people that listen to you, what would you like them to take away from it, or what would you like them to feel whilst listening to your music?
I want them to understand that, first of all, black people are not monolithic, but like, take yourself outside of the circle or the sphere that you're in, and understand that there's even more vast world outside of that. And when you listen to my project, you will feel that. You will get catapulted into that. And that's what I want people to understand.
Thank you for chatting with us, Freddy Forbidden.
Yes.
And now we're going to prep for the performance of your second track that you're going to be releasing on this next project called Shout. Woo! Woo! Are you excited?
I'm gonna be shouting.
Yeah. And we're here to hear you shout. You know what I mean?
Lovely.
Thank you for tuning in. This is It's Not a Label, Off the Record. Please like, follow, and subscribe, and check Freddy Forbidden out.
living. Something's taken, something's given. Sometimes you're losing, sometimes winning. It could be the end or new beginning. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ain't life worth living? A pursuit of meaning if you're willing. And on the journey meet a whole lot of people. That leads to travel so fulfilling. Can you hear me? Shout from the top of your lungs. Shout from the top of your lungs. Make sure they can hear you. Shout from the top of your lungs. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Go on, tell me. I'm good. Yeah. You know, sometimes in life it might feel like it's the end of the world. You try so hard to get up, but you end up. But if you're hearing this, then you have. Woo! Nothing can stop your fight. It's serious.